Hi there, this is Joe from SquareXO and welcome to episode 14. I'm here, Dan's here.
Good afternoon.
And I'm not yawning yet, so that's good. It's not too late, which I'm
We're on time this
about.
week.
It's Sunday. It wasn't that long ago we recorded the last one, so the news is a bit late. But before we do all that, let's do our fun bit where you follow us on twitter.com/square_xo and youtube.com/JohnsonWater, and follow the website. Of course, go to the website squarexo.co.uk, leave a nice review on iTunes, and follow us on Podbean as well. And if we eventually stream, twitch.tv/squarexo.
We should stream something. I thought last night I was playing something and I thought I could have just signed into Twitch and just let it run, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm not the most sociable of people, so I probably wouldn't talk or anything, but if people want to watch.
I like to talk when I'm doing it, but I just don't do it very often. That's all. Okay, yeah. Right, let's go on with news then, and then we'll just talk all the rubbish in a bit. Okay, I've got a fair bit of news, to be fair, considering I said there's not been any. One of the most recent things announced was the Farpoint, now the PlayStation VR game.
Yeah.
That's coming out on May 17 with its controller. Now the sort of, I don't know what they're calling this controller, the Move Point controller or whatever it is.
So that light gun casing thing.
Yeah, basically it's got a bit of plastic and then you put it in. I used to have one called it was like a red one I had, and you plug the Move in the front, and it looks quite similar to that.
Yeah.
And so I'd hope that would be compatible. I don't know if I've still got that one or not, but if I have, I would hope it'd be compatible because it kind of looks the same. All it is at the end of the day is just a plastic shell with it's probably got a analog stick on it or something to help you move or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it just picks up the light ball, doesn't it, basically? I don't think it matters kind of how the plastic is.
Yeah. It might have a little D-pad on it or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It was expensive, wasn't it? I seem to remember seeing the price.
$79.99, I believe, with the game.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's I'm just going to have a quick look at a picture of it to see what it's got on it, because that would be quite interesting to know. Images.
I don't know much about Farpoint either, is it?
There it is. It's got an analog stick and a D-pad on it, and it's got triggers on the sort of outside as well, and it's got a sort of gun trigger, and it's got and then it's got the SquareXO buttons on the back and another analog stick, so it's actually got all the buttons that a normal DualShock would have.
Oh, and it's got the light built in, so it's not actually a casing to sit your Move into. It's an actual.
No, it's got it built in. So it's a proper DualShock in a different shape, basically.
Yeah.
So that's kind of different from what I was thinking.
Yeah, and me. What do you think about it? Do you think it'll add to the game?
I think it's okay, but it depends if it works with our games, because if it doesn't, then it's a bit pointless, isn't it?
Yeah, Namco want to do like a Time Crisis using this. That would work.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. I just thought I'd mention that one. Also, next news, you'll probably like this one. No Man's Sky's massive new Pathfinder update brings vehicles, PS4 Pro Sport, and much more. And that's coming out soon. So, you excited about that?
The thing is, because I've got the Platinum Trophy, I don't see any point going back to it, if that makes sense, because I know it's adding all that stuff, but...
And your photo mode, does that...
I don't know, if they've added trophies, I might go back, but...
I'll tell you what they've added PS4 Pro Sport, improved visuals, you can own multiple ships, space sharing online, new vehicles, exocraft, permadeath mode, build new vehicle racetracks, ships specializations and classes, shops, traders, double the base building variety, multi-tool specializations and classes, new weapon modes, photo mode, discovery menu, quality of life improvements, and 50% more original music.
Wow, that's a pretty massive update. Is it free?
Yes.
Yeah, you say yeah. That does sound awesome. Sadly, it sounds like what should have been in there to begin with, but it does sound good. I probably won't go back just because there's too much else going on. To be honest,
Exactly.
I've been there. That ship has sailed with me a little bit.
And now another bit of news, although this is kind of old news to everyone now that the new PlayStation firmware's out. I've been using it anyway because I'm a beta tester, so I've kind of just been getting on with it. But what do you think of it? Have you had to play around with it?
Haven't. I've downloaded it, but I've not actually used anything on it yet. I don't know if PS4 Pro Boost mode is automatic or I've got to turn that on. But no, I downloaded it and jumped straight into Nier, so I've not actually had a play.
There's a little tick button, so you need.
Right, I'll have to go and do that. I'll make a note. Actually, I've got a pen. I have seen a lot of people sharing screenshots of their backdrops that they've uploaded because you can obviously do the custom backdrops now.
Yeah, that's right. I noticed somebody made the website as well. PS4 custom wallpapers or something where they'd made a website and you can just go to that website, view the one you like the look of, and then you can just save it and use it as your background sort of thing.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure I said that to you. We should do that in SquareXO. Have some shots people could just go along and save them or whatever.
Yeah, we could do something where people could upload them. But
yeah.
The thing is, you just go to Google, don't you? If I want an image these days, you just go to Google.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever. Just take your own screenshots and use them. I think that's what most people would do. Take your own screenshots and use them because that's quite a cool thing. That way, whatever you've got is unique then.
Have you done that? Have you set up custom
I've got a nice Horizon dynamic theme at the moment, which I quite like.
Was that free with a digital store pre-order?
No, that was I got that with my special edition I got from Game.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I done. My Ghostbusters have fell over, and it's annoying me. I don't like. I just saw them on the shelf, my Lego Ghostbusters.
What, have you had an earthquake down in Brighton?
No, I don't. Yeah, I've sorted them. That was annoying me, that was.
We can all breathe easy.
He's alright. Can't remember what one it is. But he's fell over. Anyway, what was I talking about?
We were talking about themes for your PS4. I don't think I've just got mine as the standard one, I think.
Yeah, I've got the Horizon one because that's pretty cool. But also, I guess that's our bit in use. Loco and Papa. You know what I mean? Papa. Those two games are available for pre-order for PlayStation Plus owners at £9.49, I think it was, and you get a dynamic theme with both of them.
Can you have the theme now, or
yeah, you get that now. I've not looked at it yet because I pre-ordered both of them because I had £8 and my store credits. I thought, that'll pay for one of them. And how do
you feel about that price range?
Loco. I think it's alright. I quite liked the demo for Parappa. I thought it was brilliant, so I'm looking for, and it looked fantastic. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. Maybe it could have been a bit cheaper, but it's not that bad.
Loco was a PS2 game. Remakes, isn't it? So
yeah, it's such a great game, Loco as well. Really good. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to playing both of them.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're on PS Plus at some point. So
yeah, but that won't be quite a long way away, I'd think.
Yeah, well, that's alright. Some of us have enough games to wait.
Did we say on Tuesday that Switch is Nintendo's fastest selling console ever in Europe?
I think we touched upon it, yeah.
Because if we did, then we won't go over that again. Also, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a new unlockable character for beating its hardest difficulty. Now, that unlockable character is a gold Mario, so who cares? But I'm a bit annoyed about Mario Kart 8 because obviously I think I own the download version on Wii U, so why should I buy it again and Switch? Well, because it's got some new battle modes or whatever. I think there should be some sort of discount or something for people who got it in Wii U, some sort of loyalty bonus.
No, they won't do it.
So it's the same game. It's a bit annoying. There should be though, really, shouldn't there? It's just
They
annoying.
should, but then did you feel the same way about The Last of Us Remastered? Did you feel because you'd already bought it on PS3 and you'd already done half of it that you should get it cheaper because there's now a new difficulty, mate? So
I guess I never, but then no, it's the same thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's just what businesses do. So.
I know, it just annoyed me because I thought to myself, well, it's only Mario Kart. It's not. I'm probably not going to get it, to be honest. I'm not that interested. Are you?
No, like I said last week or on Tuesday, I doubt I'm going to buy another Switch game.
I really don't see what other Switch game I would want at the moment.
Although, didn't Suda51 say they're doing a new No More Heroes?
I don't really know what other Switch game I would want at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment, but if they do another No More Heroes, I'm in for that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I know, it's Japanese, you're probably not as excited, but the first one's amazing. So,
yeah, we'll get to Japanese games later. I'll moan about them. Anyway.
We're going to have a fight about them. Some other news was that the Final Fantasy 12 special editions have been announced. But I think it comes out in July.
Yeah, so that.
There's a few different options.
I don't know if I'm really a fan of that game or not. Final Fantasy, I kind of keep trying it to see what all the fuss is about, and I never ever can get into it. It just doesn't resonate with me. I just can't. I don't know.
I loved 10. I never had a PS1, so I never played 7, 8, and 9. Although I watched a good friend of mine play most of 7, so I understood it. But then when I got PS2, I was all over Final Fantasy 10 and Final Fantasy 10-2, and then Final Fantasy 12. And then PS3, I got Final Fantasy 13, but I haven't done any since that point either.
I don't know. Got the latest one in 15.
Yeah, so there's just not enough. There's not enough time, and I knew that with the amount of games coming out, there was other things I wanted to play, and I didn't want to dedicate my time to Final Fantasy 15.
I think my favourite Final Fantasy game I've ever played is World of Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
which is completely different from the rest of them, but I think it's probably my favourite one because it's just different.
Square have sold out a little bit and westernised it far too much. I don't think it's what it was. I think. Yeah. That's my opinion.
I don't know about that one. Anyway, let's do some more news. PS4 was the top selling console in February in the US. Predictable. Uncharted 4 has now sold 8.7 million copies around the world. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Hold on. What was that? Say it again.
8.7 million copies.
Of?
Uncharted 4.
Oh, Uncharted 4, sorry.
Yeah. You can sign up for the GT Sport Beta now at beta.software.eu.playstation.com/GT Sport Beta. So if you want to try and remember that, you can go to the PlayStation software website or whatever and sign up for the beta. There might be. Oh, and also sticking with Sony, one more thing. Naughty Dog co-president Christopher Balestra has announced his retirement, and he's leaving Naughty Dog. The co-presidents, there you go. He's been there forever. It's a good luck.
Do you think it'll make a difference?
Probably not. I don't think the people higher up aren't the ones that really make a game anymore. You might have some input, I guess, but I don't think it'll really matter too much.
Yeah, I think he'll have ideas on business decisions.
He's probably long moved on, sitting in a chair and not doing much. So he's probably just thinking, right, I'm off, I've made my money, I'm leaving. Good for him.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I saw an article saying violent video games do not cause antisocial or aggressive behaviour. Study finds.
I'm not surprised at all.
That was in the Mirror. I think it was the Daily Mirror tweeted it. Usually they're the ones tweeting that it does, so that was quite to see. That was quite funny.
It's just a cheap way to link stuff together. I hate that rubbish when people just want to slam video games in the press. Pees me off.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the news. The news is all gone.
No, I've got another bit of news. Bit.
What's your bit?
But again, it's a Japanese game, so you close your ears. But good news is that Akiba's Beat was delayed from a March launch to a May launch. So happy days means that there's not another game to buy in March.
Yay, there's not. Yeah, well, we can talk about what's out this week's later, but I was just going to say something about that. Yeah, but so that's it. That's the news gone. We've only recorded 15 minutes. We've done all our news already. That's how exciting a week it was. Now, I was thinking about things we could talk about, and one of the things I thought about was games that deserve sequels. I don't know what made me think of that. Maybe I saw someone tweet it, but I was thinking, what games deserve sequels? And I thought of two, and they happen to be for the same developer, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, which we've talked quite a few times about on the podcast, which I thought was deserving of a sequel, and also Heavenly Sword, which is also from Ninja Theory. Remember that? The sort of early, was that PS3 one?
Yeah, it was a launch game, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was I liked that game. So yeah, that's two I thought of sort of immediately.
Enslaved, definitely. Although it's based on a book, isn't it? And the ending kind of tied it up quite nicely. So whether they could do one or not is a different matter. But it was definitely.
It was twatted. I saw it because someone said, "Does the Order 1886 deserve a sequel?" And that's what made me think. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know about that one. I can't remember if I completed that or not. I think it.
You must have. It took like 12 minutes.
I did that.
I'd agree on the Order, only because they seem to put a lot of time and effort in creating that world and making it look beautiful and coming up with the backstory.
I'm pretty sure I would have completed that. So I quite like that one. Yeah. Life is Strange would be a good one to get a sequel like that. Good game that is.
Again though, could they do a sequel to it?
Yeah, well, they could maybe expand the story though, and they could maybe do something. Know what I mean?
Just another game of a similar style to that would be awesome. I think if we're talking this gen, then there's a few. Until Dawn would be a good one to have a sequel of.
Oh yeah, that wasn't bad either, was it?
No, that was a bit of a sleeper hit. I don't know who made that. If they're working on anything else or not at the moment.
Who Until
was
Dawn?
It Supermassive game?
Yeah.
They're not. They haven't announced anything big, have they? So that would be a decent one to have a sequel. I would have said Shadow of Mordor as well, but obviously that's happening, so that's happy days.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was just something that came to mind, really. I thought, games that deserve sequels.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any. They're just the ones that came to my head.
Yeah, because there's been...
Sunset Overdrive on Xbox, I guess, deserves a sequel. Not that. Out of all the IPs they've sort of come up with, which isn't that many really, is it? Sunset Overdrive's probably their best one. What about...
Who made... Do you reckon that was...
That's Insomniac.
Yeah, so do you reckon they would do another one?
I don't see... I'd see it as a possibility. I'd also like a new Resistance game, because I think that's a great series. I know it wouldn't exactly be a sequel since they've done 3 already, haven't they? But 4 if you count the... What Vita game was it? Or was it PSP? No, it was Vita, wasn't it?
Vita, yeah.
Yeah, so
that'd be good to get that back.
I wouldn't mind seeing that come back, because that's quite a good game. It's quite a good series, that is. But,
I just wonder if it would sell in this day and age with the amount of other shooters that are going on.
Yeah, there are a lot, aren't there?
Yeah, there's tons and tons.
And a lot
Child of Light, did you ever play that? That would be a good one to have a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I played that, but I don't really remember. I play so many games, sometimes you just forget. The dog barking outside, and it's really annoying me.
Well,
I think it's my dog, to be honest.
Maybe there's a UFO. But we could do with another Burnout.
Right, yeah, one like Paradise. Now there's one that is probably the most deserving game of a sequel ever.
Do you know another game that I remembered the other day? I can't remember what reminded me of it. I've got it in the loft still. Mini Ninjas. Made by the guys that make Hitman. And you were like four like little ninjas.
I sort of remember the cover, but but I don't
Yeah.
remember the game. I remember the cover though.
That was a really good game. 2009, it says, when it came out. So it was a long time ago. But
Anyway, if you can think of any sequels that you think games that deserve sequels, tweet us and let us know, because that would be quite interesting to know your thoughts on that one. There we go. Okay, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
well,
Any subjects?
I think just talk about our feelings on what's come out over the past couple of weeks. Really, we've had an extra week or so to digest a few bits and pieces. So, I think talking about the recent releases and how it's been.
I've been playing recently. I've been playing 3 games, although I've sent one of them to someone else now to review because I just couldn't do it. It was doing my head in. And I've also.
I can't believe you've done it with that game either, because I cannot wait. I know that I said I don't have time because I don't, but I cannot wait for that game. We won't say what it is yet, but.
No, what I was just thinking this other day. Sometimes I get cut out of games for reviewing. Sometimes, like the past few weeks, Zelda came out and Horizon came out, and you're just thinking to yourself, man, this is why you do this. These games are amazing. And then some other games come through post the week after, and you think to yourself, I've lost the will to live.
I can't believe you feel like that about it. And so I think it's good that you've passed it on, because without being mean, I don't think you'd give it a fair shot if you feel like that about it.
Yeah,
but
well, I kind of feel that way about Nier, to be honest. I don't like it. I don't see what the fuss is about. There's no way it's better than a 7 out of 10 game, in my opinion.
I've got 2. Did you play the first one?
Nah.
Have you finished it yet, or multiple times yet?
Not multiple times, I've not.
No, see, you can't. If you,
I can.
The first,
don't tell me you can't. I can.
Because the first Nier game, to understand it, you had to finish it 3 or 4 times.
Well,
that's the way he makes his games.
I understand the way I played it, and I don't like it. It's the graphics are rubbish. The
graphics on Stardew Valley are rubbish, and you played that for hours. Graphics mean nothing.
They're not.
Graphics don't add to a game's score, really.
They do, because it's all part of the experience.
I disagree on
that. It's a bit like Zelda. I mean, the graphics aren't great when you put it in the TV, but it doesn't matter in Zelda.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter on Nier.
Game, but Nier isn't a brilliant game. The story's odd, and it's just the story's it's just like B-movie stuff. It doesn't make sense. The action is brilliant. I'll give it that when there is action, but when the fact that they've melded it in with this RPG element, it's boring. When you're doing fetch quests and stuff, and I don't care about the first one. That doesn't matter. That's not even important. The first one's got nothing to do with this one.
Of course it has. It's a sequel.
But it's got nothing to do with it. If you've never played the first one, you're not going to go all of a sudden go back and go, oh, I've not played the first one, so I'm playing this one. Because I've not played the first one, so to me it's rubbish. I'm playing it and it's rubbish. Just because I've not played the first one doesn't make it any different. How many people will have played the first one? Hardly anybody would have played the first one. So they'll all be coming into this one and they'll go, what's the fuss about? This feels like a PS3 game. It's rubbish.
I completely disagree with you on this, and I think that it's like
it's got a terrible story. It's got terrible graphics. The only good thing about it is the action, but it takes you about 10 years to get to any action half the time.
No, the game starts straight away and you're flying through the air shooting things.
The opening's brilliant, but then you go into Earth, or you go into the jungle bit or the desert or whatever, and you're wandering between all these areas. The only time it kind of gets a bit faster paced is when you get to go in the transport and you can zip between areas, sort of got fast travel. That's when it gets a bit better, but it's just...
Yeah, it's obviously not a game aimed at you.
The epic bits are epic, and that's good. I mean, with the big giant machines, and it's really... But these bits where you're fighting these generic robots and stuff, it's got...
But that's what
So
Platinum games do. If you've played Bayonetta or you've played Transformers Devastation or Metal Gear
was
Rising,
a much better game than Nier.
the Nier
It was just
Automata.
got boom, boom, boom. Bayonetta was, whereas this one's got boom. Oh wait, an hour while you wander and do a fetch quest, and then boom. It's nah. Bayonetta was much better. So
that's your opinion. We'll have to agree to disagree.
And just in your face. And what was that other one they did that I really enjoyed? Name some Platinum games.
Vanquish?
That's the one.
No one liked that. That was rubbish.
Was it maybe it wasn't Vanquish then. There was one. I think it was Vanquish. Wait, then I've got that on my shelf. Let me see.
This is where our tastes differ completely. And it's a bit like the difference between eating in McDonald's or eating at a posh restaurant.
I don't know if it was Vanquish, but there was one they done that was just like... I don't... Maybe I'm thinking Bayonetta, but I'm sure they done another one and it was just... Maybe it was Vanquish. I don't remember Vanquish. It's on my shelf, but... it was just boom, boom, boom in your face action, and I just love the way their action's so fast paced, but... Nier, it's boring. It really is. So I don't like the graphics. The graphics are terrible. You can't tell me graphics don't matter, because that's nonsense.
Not in a game about gameplay, they don't matter. Like the whole point
is just how
it's all about the combat. It's about the combat. Yeah, it's about getting
so
in
why
there.
Put all this other nonsense in?
Because it's an RPG.
Forget the story, because the story's weak and it's pathetic, basically. So get rid of that.
I don't think you can judge it until you've played it a few times. I really don't feel that you're giving it a fair chance.
You put 20 hours into it, that's giving it a fair chance.
Is that what you've done on it?
Yeah, as well given it a fair chance.
So you finished the story once, have you?
Yeah.
You've seen the credits, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't... But we could talk about this for ages. I don't agree.
I've given it a fair chance, of course I have, and I don't like it. I think get rid of the story, get rid of all these in-between bits where you're doing silly quests to find out more about the world. I don't care about the world. The world's uninteresting and mundane and bland.
Well, it's an empty planet though, isn't it? Because everyone's left, so it's going to be.
So it's bland. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Just cut out all that bit and just give us the action. And then it's a better game.
I disagree. I like it. I like the soundtrack's perfect. It brings back memories of the first one. The combat's brilliant. The characters are good. I like the world.
Those are good.
Yeah, I like the world. I think I think it looks good. I think it's good.
You think that's good when you walk on this bridge and there's all these robots waving white flags and there's got twins
because it's to do with the story.
Clown robots.
Yeah. You can't laugh at someone else's opinion on a game that they like. Like,
I'm laughing at the game. I'm laughing at the image in my head of this clown dancing around circles and robots, balloons going up in there, and this silly quest you've got where these robots are in love with another robot, and you need to go and tell them, get them gifts or something. Oh God, I can't even. No. It's dreadful.
Well, I believe
what is those journalists on, honestly?
I think you missed the point with it, but there you go.
The point
I don't think you're...
The good part about it is the action. That's the only good part about it.
Yeah.
My opinion.
That's fine.
Of course. But then that's my opinion, and you've got yours, and I think
I think it's good. Yeah.
Oh well, but that's what you like.
But you could step back and just have a look at the Metacritic scores, and people seem to like it. It's got good review scores.
Yeah, so review scores doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. Like we've said before on Twitter, it doesn't mean anything to people that are reviewing games. But overall, that's an average of what people in the industry are thinking about the game.
Yeah. So on average, say this. Say all these people went out, say everybody just went by scores, right? If all those people who says 8.4 million's bought Uncharted 4, right? That's average? What's its Metacritic rating? About 90 or something? Let's have a quick look.
Let's have a look.
Just for the argument or
That's
the
right.
debate or whatever we're calling it.
I'm sure hopefully some people will share their opinions on Twitter as well about this debate, because it's an interesting one.
Right,
I can't find it.
I've got it. I've done 93, right? So it's round about the same as Nier, probably.
Nier's 89.
Nier went down. I thought someone said it was 94 or something.
Aye.
Yeah, good. I'm glad it's went down. Right, okay. So the first Nier got 68, right? And this new one's got 89 at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is quite a jump. Right, anyway. So yeah, say everybody 8 point odd million went and bought Uncharted with it's 93. So based on that, 89. So say 6 million people went and bought Nier, right? I guarantee probably about 85% of them would be thinking, oh my god, what a waste of money.
But I don't think it's going to sell those numbers, because it's a niche game, isn't it? It's aimed at, it's a Square Enix game aimed at a specific audience.
Yeah, it's
not an Uncharted 4 Hollywood game.
It's a very niche audience, which is why the people who reviewed it probably were all fans of Platinum and games. And I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. But that's
who it's for, isn't it? That's who they're making that game for. They're making that game for fans. The people that make the Bridget Jones movies make the Bridget Jones movies for people that want to go and watch a chick flick and that like Bridget Jones. You would go and watch it and say it's crap, but a fan of that film
I quite
would go and
like
watch it. Okay, but I'm using it as an example. That specific films have specific markets, as do games, and people that review films and games will review them in their specific niche or their specific areas. So you wouldn't get I don't know, like, say you were a restaurant critic and you were a vegetarian, you wouldn't go and review a steakhouse because you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, but I review it. It's just different for me then, because I review everything. I review every game, and I don't necessarily. And sometimes I like games that I wouldn't generally like. Like I like Zelda's a Japanese game. I like that. No, I mean there's games I do like.
Yeah. I understand.
But it doesn't mean I need to like this, and it doesn't mean I don't necessarily think that that it gives a fair view of the game if someone who's a massive fan of, say, Zelda reviews it, because they're going to give it top score because they just are. So it's not.
That's what they built the game
honest. For. I know, but it's not really honest, is it? Because it's not. They haven't really built the game for a Zelda fan. They've built a game for as someone who's bought the system and who wants.
Who's a fan of Nintendo or Zelda.
They don't just want Nier fans to buy Nier. They want everyone to buy Nier because that's business. They don't want to just go. No, I mean, they don't want to just go, oh, it's alright, we won't sell 100,000 copies, but that's fine. They want to sell 10 million if they can.
Of course they do, but.
So, I mean.
But they're not going to, are they? And they know that because it is so niche. It's like some of these games that come out on Vita that are so for a specific market. They're releasing them knowing that it's not going to be mass market. And it'll go down as a cult kind of hit. That's just how it works. So
it's not a good game, though.
In your opinion,
it's not. And in my opinion, but it's not. But I've played a lot of games, and that isn't a good game. That just isn't. If you compare that to Horizon, which you can, that's a fair comparison because they're both running on the same system with the same access to the same power and same. It's just not a good game. It doesn't. It's if you can't tell me, if it just did go by scores that Nier's a better game than Horizon, because it isn't.
Well, it's not. They're both on 89. But
it's a bit like the movies in it when they get an Oscar.
Currently, I've been pulled away from Zelda to play Nier more than I have Horizon, because I prefer it because. My problem with Horizon is that, like Zelda, it's an open world and it's big. So I don't want to be jumping between the two, whereas with Nier, I feel that I can be more focused with it, and I'm preferring that. So, in my opinion, I'm happier to stop playing Zelda to play Nier than I am to stop playing Zelda and play Horizon.
Well, I think I would rather just never touch Nier ever again.
Give it away then on our Twitter.
I'm going to, yeah.
Yes.
But hopefully someone will appreciate it more than me, because I'm going to put my review up soon, and I would say I've been fair. I'd say I've said what I think's good about it. I've said what I think's bad about it, and that's all I can do, because that's what I do when I review a game. I give my opinion, and like I say, I play many different genres, and I can always say what I think, and I just don't think it's an average. What's good about it is the combat. What's bad about it is everything else. My opinion.
Yeah. Well, and that's what people want to know if they're reading the reviews that someone's written.
Like you say, there's people who are really excited about it, and that's good for them.
Yeah, and I'm glad that the first one had a sequel, because the first one was brilliant.
But
like you say,
you can't tell me though that people who review these games, like, there will be people who'll see the score and they'll be excited for it. There'll be loads of people. There'll be loads of people who see a score and be excited about it. They've never played a Nier game before, or they might never even have played a Platinum game before, and they'll read the review, or they won't even bother doing that. They'll look at the score, they'll buy it, and they won't like it.
But then on the flip side, they might buy it and love it, and they've not played a Nier game before.
Yeah, they won't love it.
You can't say that, because it's exactly the same amount of chance.
It's rubbish.
You're not giving it a fair... you've got to be down the middle.
I just don't like it. That's what I think.
Well, that's fine.
So, yeah. And I just think it would be fairer if someone neutral reviewed the game. I'd call myself neutral, because I don't really. I would never went into it with thinking I'm going to hate it, and I never went into it thinking I'm going to love it. It's a bit like Zelda, really.
Yeah.
I went into it thinking, I don't know, nothing really. Whereas I'm sure a lot of people who gave Zelda 10 out of 10 went into it going, this is going to be amazing. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw Zelda actually dropped down now. It was on 98, it's on 97 on Metacritic now, because that Jim Sterling gave it 7 out of 10 or whatever. He said, I thought it was quite interesting what he said about it. Actually, his quote was something like, it's a sort of beautiful game, but it's got so many bits that's frustrating. That
do you think he did that for headlines?
It a little bit. Not necessarily. I think he's probably been really honest, to be honest. I don't think he would do that.
I don't know.
I've met him. He seems quite an honest bloke to me. He's and just every time I've seen his reviews, it seems honest to me. I think no game's perfect, so all these sites giving it 10s, it isn't perfect. Why is nobody kind of looked at it and went, oh, it doesn't look very good on a TV? It's got frustrating parts about it, like weapons breaking all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
There is things that's quite frustrating about it. It's quite accomplished though. So I mean, I think if I was to give it a score now, I'm going to review it soon. I'm not quite there yet. I've got quite a few Divine Beasts now, but I'm not quite there yet. I can't put it down. No, I love it. Yeah. But if I was to give it a score, I would give it 9 out of 10 right now, and I think that's probably what I'll settle on.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's perfect. Fair. I don't think it's perfect. I think it doesn't look very good on TV. That kind of annoys me. But that's not really Zelda's fault. That's kind of Nintendo's fault for their hardware being quite underpowered. Because I mean, I think if for instance you could put it in a PS4 Pro, I think it would look stunning. I think.
Yeah.
But it's there. The assets,
again, like I said earlier, I'm not too fussed about how it looks.
Oh no, it looks great on the actual. It looks great in the actual Switch. It looks.
Do you know what I was
really
thinking?
Good.
These 3 games we talk about, they are divisive, and people will have different opinions. But could you imagine a game that looked like Horizon, with Zelda's character and lore, with the combat of Nier? Wouldn't it just be like almost perfect? That would be best of all worlds. Not going to happen.
Yeah,
But
they're quite good. Although I quite like Zelda's combat. I know it's quite simplistic, but I just quite like it that way. I think it suits it. But yeah, the assets is there. Look, like I say, the assets is there for Zelda. I think if it was plugged into a more powerful machine, it would look amazing. Someone took some screens of it in 4K on a PC because they'd modded it to show up on a PC or something, and it looked amazing.
How would that work?
No, I don't know how they've done it. It's something to do with the Wii U, because I think the Wii U's got mods and they can do something to get it on a PC, but it doesn't run properly yet or something. But they were able to do it so that you could see it in 4K on a PC, and it just...
Do you reckon that's paid? We've mentioned before, haven't we, about a 4K dock for the thing, whether that would be a possible viable option.
I know Zelda, I know Nintendo's games don't necessarily need to be 4K, but I think a game with Zelda would just set it right off. It would make it just perfect, really. Because when I put it in the TV, it was just like, I just felt a bit disappointed. Yeah. So I did.
How have you been getting on with your charging of it? How many hours do you reckon you get out of a charge?
I don't know, actually. Quite a
lot.
Not
really noticed.
Because I've been playing it constantly. I've been playing it. Mostly I've been sticking to the games, the console games I wanted to review. I've been playing them all during the day, and then I've been playing Zelda in the evening.
I have seen you on it most nights. I go on and I like clicking on your little profile and the little whistling noise it makes. But yeah, I have seen you on it a lot.
I've been on that constantly, Zelda, and then although I was going to play something else on Saturday, and I ended up on Zelda basically the whole day from Saturday morning all the way through to the evening. Finally got at Divine Beast. That was good.
How many of them have you done now?
2. I'm on the third one now.
Oh yeah, I did my second this morning. So, what order have you cracked them in?
Well, I've what's that big spider thing in the mountain?
I haven't done that one yet.
No, but I couldn't figure that one out at first. But I've done the elephant one.
Yeah, I did the elephant one. Zora, and the Gerudo one I've just done in the desert.
I don't like. I'm just heading to the desert now, but I made a detour via the forest to try and take the sword out of the stone. Yeah. I
haven't been there yet. How did that go?
I think I'm at 1 heart short or something.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. So.
Oh no, it's the sword that doesn't break. It's the legendary sword.
That would be handy. I could do with that.
But you need to have 13 hearts, I think.
I'm well off. I've got 6.
I've got 12. But I've been doing a lot of exploring, you see.
Yeah. I've been upping my stamina so I can run. I get annoyed when I have to keep stopping running. I like running.
It's good you get a heart for
it. Yeah, it's a good game though.
Yeah, it's good. I don't really like to spoil it.
No, of course not.
Talk about all the sort of bits, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You've been back to Horizon at all yourself?
Not really, no. I will definitely go back to it. But I've just been quite busy with other games, so reviewing... Because I reviewed Wildlands as well. I'd played that quite a bit. Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
So I'd played that in the beta, and then I was playing that all most of the week, I would say, during the day. And then when I was done with that, I kind of moved on to Nier.
How would you compare Wildlands to something like The Division?
I think it's good, you know. I think I was quite positive about it in my review because it's actually massive. It's got such a massive open world, and there's quite a lot of... Again, because it's open world, it's the mission variety that got me down a little. I think it's a bit hit and miss, but I mean, I quite like the helicopters and stuff, being able to get from one end to the other, and just I've no any problems with it, which is quite unusual for a Ubisoft game for me.
I'm a bit sick of open world games though. Well, not sick because I'm still really enjoying Zelda, but I kind of every game now seems to be open world. not every, no, there's a lot of them, isn't there? It's like, oh, now we're going to do this driving game, and it's going to be open world. Oh, we're going to do this fighting game. Oh, and it's open world.
Yeah,
and sometimes
there
I
is quite a lot.
just want a tight A to B game. Sometimes
That's what Nier should be.
yeah,
It really is. Imagine it was. Imagine it was just through. Because I quite like the fact they've got those 2D platform bits in as well. Imagine it was just that. Do that. Go into the boss fight in a big open world 3D environment, then move on to the next bit. If it just boom, 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 it'd be such a better game for that, in my opinion. But oh well, let's no start that debate again.
no, it's good. No, we're all friends.
No, but friends. I know, but I just don't want to go on about the same subject the whole time.
So I want to go back to Gravity Rush. That's a little bit, although it's open world, it's not massive. Because I just feel that games are so big, like what I said earlier about not wanting to play Final Fantasy. With the limited time, I think we've said it before, the limited time when you work, when you have lives, or you have children, or whatever, you get such a small time to play a game, and then they keep making these open world games where you've got to invest 50, 60 hours.
That's the thing, though. I mean, it's no like, I know you're, wait, I'm getting all tangled up here, hold on. I know you're quite a big gamer who likes to try all different experiences and stuff. But like, obviously, there's people who just buy one game.
Yeah, they do.
And that's it. There's probably the majority of people would buy one, maybe 2 games a month, or maybe not even that. Maybe one game every other month, or one.
Yeah.
Maybe some even only buy 2 games a year. So to them, to people like that, these games are brilliant because they can spend the whole year in them.
Yeah, it's a good valid point, I suppose, and obviously they're expensive as well, and we're privileged enough to be able to buy so many. So yeah, maybe you're right, but I don't know. I know a few people that they find out that I like gaming, or that I do this podcast with you, and we'll start talking, and they're like, oh yeah, I buy FIFA every year, and I kind of think, yeah, good for you, but that's, I don't know, that makes them a gamer of sorts, but I don't know, I couldn't ever buy FIFA and that's it, a year, and just play FIFA on an evening. I just don't know, it'd be boring.
But I think most people probably only buy a few now and again. I think that's the way it is. That's a fair enough way, and it's quite good for those people if they just buy a game and then they can spend loads of time with it. I think that's quite a good thing. I wish I could do that. Really.
Yeah, that's it. It's jealousy on my part as well, because I can't. I'd love to spend hours and hours in the week. To be honest, though, I have spent when did Horizon come out? 2 weeks ago. So I spent 7 hours on that. I've spent about 6 or 7 on Nier, and then I've probably spent 40 on Zelda in the last 2 weeks. So I can't complain too much, and that's alongside working as well and being away on holiday and stuff. So I do play a lot. But the
only problem I've got with Zelda, going back to that a minute, is my controllers are still busted, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So they keep... I contacted Amazon, they don't have any stock, so they would go send me a new Switch, and I would need to send it back, but then I would lose on my save file.
Can they not just send you the money they sent you isn't enough to buy a new Joy-Con?
Someone told me I should just buy a new set of Joy-Cons, put the old ones in it and return it.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, do that.
It's a bit cheeky though. I've not done it because I think I know a bit cheeky.
But if that's what's the issues with, and you don't want to lose your save game, then I don't see what other option you've got. They're still going to get the money back for you replacing them.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose there's no issue then. It's just... but I don't know if that's even going to fix the problem, because if it is a problem with the Joy-Cons...
Well, mine's fine, and I've not had any issues at all, so the chances are your new set will be fine, and if they're not, you just return them and say they're faulty anyway. So you're covered as a consumer, aren't you? So give it a go. I've just been lucky, I think. I've not had any issues at all. I saw some people got dead pixels and stuff as well.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. Maybe I'll just order some then, because they'll come tomorrow. I've ordered them now, which is quite quick. And then I can just turn them back again then.
At least then you're not hampered whilst trying to kill some bosses in Zelda. Must be a bit of a pain in the backside.
Yeah, it's very annoying, so it is.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying they're not working, so yeah, let's try that then.
Yeah, do that. Let us know how it goes.
and hopefully they'll be better. Bloody Amazon. Right, anyway, yeah. Amazon's really good though. I can't complain about them. They're brilliant.
That's where I ordered Nier from, and it came on the right day. So you can just order a left Joy-Con for £40.
Yeah, I'll just order a set, I think, and just, what do you call it? Send the set back again. Guess that's a way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you just order the left one, you can just send the left one back. It's cheaper. Well, it means it's the same price, isn't it, really? Because you're still going to get your money back.
Yeah,
that's an idiot thing to say.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, so what's out this week?
Nothing. Danganronpa is coming out, and I never done an out this week vid, because obviously if you follow my YouTube, you know I do an out this week video every week just to round up the best games coming out of the week, but I've not done one this week because it just wasn't worth my while really, because there's absolutely nothing coming out at all. It's Danganronpa, what do you call it? Flat Out 4. Now the sort of racing game.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's
was that an Xbox game?
I think it was an Xbox, but I think it's come to all platforms. I tried to get a copy for review, but I'm not that fussed.
Have you played Disc Jam yet?
No, I've not played that yet.
No, neither have I, but I spoke to my little brother, and he said that he had some friends round on Friday night, and they played that, and it was good. So
yeah, I heard it was really good actually, so I'll need to give it. I've got it downloaded, waiting, ready, but I've just not got around to it yet because I've been mostly playing Nier and Zelda. So
yeah, I haven't downloaded any of the PS Plus games yet. You know me.
Oh, and I did play Persona 5 as well, which is the game I was talking about earlier.
Oh, are you allowed to say that?
Well, I'm allowed to say I played it, but I can't tell you what I think about it because that's embargoed.
Yeah, well,
but I never played enough of it to tell you what I think about it anyway. I sent it to someone else to review, so
I need to know who that is. You have to tell me after this.
I don't know, some person on Twitter. Don't know. Just somebody who follows me, and he said he does it, and I know he writes, so I said, oh, I don't really know him. I know who he is, as in I know his name, and I know him from Twitter.
You've got his address now.
I do, but I don't know who he is, as in I've never met him. That's what I mean. But I'm sure he'll do a good job.
Speaking of Twitter, we're giving away the Aloy Sackboy keyring, or a Sack Girl. I don't know if he's gender specific, but yeah, Monster Shop gave us one of them to give away, so we're doing the retweet to win on her.
Yes,
maybe I should pin it. Well, we're not going to announce it yet because it's not been running long enough. Okay. But maybe I'll pin it because I assumed it was going to be a few more people would want her. So,
if we get any hashtag podcast photos to do today, no.
I've got nothing up here with me today.
I usually do a hashtag podcast.
Dusty shelf. Oh, my computer's deciding to run slow.
But I've nothing to take a picture of.
Well, I think we've had a good discussion though.
Yes. I wasn't laughing at you, I was just laughing
at
I
know.
I was laughing at the game. Because it's the thought of it.
Because it's mental. Yeah. I do, if... you're never going to get a chance to and all this because of what's happening, but if you ever get a chance to play the first one, even just to give it a go, just to put into context the second one, it is worthwhile. But it's a bit like... I love Japanese movies, so there's one called Versus, which I mentioned before, I'm sure it was to you on the podcast, where it's just basically a bloke in the woods with a sword fighting zombies for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it is a bit like a B-movie, a Japanese B-movie. And I love that kind of style of film. So that's another thing that draws me to kind of mental Japanese games, is I quite like that. I like weird things, so...
The thing is, games like that's kind of... I don't know.
Don't you think it's brilliant,
they're getting more westernised, aren't they, if you think of Bloodborne and all that? I'd say they're less Japanese than they could have been.
Oh, and that's what I was saying about Final Fantasy.
Even Zelda.
Yes, massively westernised, the new one. Well, it's open world for a start. But it's great we've got all this choice. You know, if you don't like Nier, there's Horizon, which is amazing. If you don't like Horizon, there's Mass Effect's out soon, isn't it? I've not got no interest in Western RPGs. I'm not going to buy Mass Effect, but someone's going to buy it.
I don't know about Mass Effect. I'm kind of on the fence. I've played the others slightly. I don't think I really gelled with me. I prefer the more fantasy games though than I do to space, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big shooter fan. I prefer fantasy games.
Yeah, I think because the first one was Xbox only, and I never had an Xbox, and then the second one came out, but you couldn't play the first one, and again, it was a massive game. I just got put off of it. But it's meant to be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'll ever like Japanese games. They just make me. They kind of make my interest in gaming go out the window.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. It's too taxing in my brain.
Well, that's fair enough. Like I say, the best thing is that we have the option. Imagine a world where we could only play games from certain developers.
I think my main problem is they just go on too much. It's like there's more. Half the time there's more cutscenes and talking than there is anything else.
Yeah, or lots of preaching about
shut
stuff.
Up and get on with it, will you? That's what I don't like. That annoys me, especially. I can't really talk about that person again, but just games
Metal Gear,
like that.
Metal Gear was notorious when it first came out. Wasn't it?
Oh, terrible game.
But I love it. I love that. But again, that's what's great about the industry and us chatting now. We've got different opinions.
No,
I
don't like Metal Gear series. No, not for me.
Yeah.
a bit like Halo. Don't like that either. Oh,
I don't like Halo. I don't like first-person shooters that much, though. So.
Nah, so there's just stuff I like, and I don't know. I could probably. I do give it a chance though. I did try and play Nier. I've played it for about 20 hours or something. I've given it a good chance.
Yeah, and that's fair enough.
And it's like, nah, I couldn't possibly. Oh, no, we'll give it away next week. I might have to go back to it a wee bit more, but
don't do it if you don't like it. That's the other thing. Like, if you don't like a game, you don't have to sit and play it, do you? You move on. There's so much choice.
I wanted to review it, so I'll probably need to play a bit more. But yeah, well, I'll just put my thoughts down and on that one soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. In fact, I've kind of written most of my review already now. I wrote it before the podcast because you goes I said to you 6:30 now, was a wee bit early, so I wrote most of it then.
Nice. Yeah, we went out for an afternoon tea today, which was lovely.
What, scones?
Sandwiches, cakes and scones with a tea, yeah. We're a bit partial to that kind of thing.
Oh, I like doing that.
That's good.
I'll be doing more of that soon when I get some money. Oh, did you see? I've got a plug. I did do an I Am Setsuna review.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that actually.
That was for Nintendo Switch magazine. It's actually going to be in the magazine, I think, so that's pretty cool. So if you like physical magazines, back them on Patreon and get my review too.
Yeah, I think people should. And how I really wanted to play that when it was on PS4, but it was like 40. It was really expensive on.
It's got 30 quid on Switch, but it really suits the Switch. It's a good game. It's another game. See what I mean? It's another game I wouldn't necessarily think I would like.
Yeah.
But it's actually it's got a not bad story actually, and the graphics look really nice, and the action's quite cool.
How big is it?
Oh, it's quite big.
That's the problem. It's another
big game. It takes quite a while to get through.
Yeah. It looks lovely from the screenshots I've seen, and like the artwork, and that's all really nice.
So I'll probably go back to that again at some point, because I quite enjoyed it. The main character's pretty cool. He's quite sarcastic and it's quite dark. Like, for instance, when you're first starting out, he's sort of tasked with going to kill an 18-year-old virgin or something.
Right.
And it's like, and then throughout, his character's just like, don't care.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody asks him something, he's just like, do whatever you want. And he's
He's a
quite
bit like
cool.
you.
Yeah, he's quite cool. He's quite sarcastic. I like sarcastic. It's quite unusual for a game character to be like that, I think.
Especially a game that's developed in Japan.
Yeah, it's quite dark, but it's quite funny just because of how he is. But then he obviously opens up and becomes a bit nicer to the girl who he doesn't end up killing. But yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, it's quite a good game. I quite like it.
Maybe that's a good one to add once I've done Zelda on Switch. Maybe if I want another Switch game.
Yeah, I think.
Would you recommend
like
it as
that one.
being?
Yeah, I would. I'd say it's a good game. It's quite tough as well. There's some quite tough fights in it. You have quite. Oh, the kids are going to kill each other. Right,
I can hear
I
that.
think that cues it up. Then.
Yeah.
How long have we been recording? An hour. Oh, an hour. That flew past. That's because I got to rant again, isn't it? When I get to rant, it goes fast. No, that was good. It wasn't really a rant. It was just a debate.
It was a good debate. Get involved online.
Yes. Do
See,
that.
let's all talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go before the kids kill each other downstairs.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. This has been a good episode. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and leave us a review on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. I can't remember. It's left my head. Hating that happens to you when you guys say something.
Yeah.
Retweet the competition if you want to win the Alloy Sackboy, and we'll give away Nier soon, so keep listening for that and you'll find out what you need to do or whatever. Even if you need to do anything, you might just need to listen. Who knows? Not decided yet. We'll find out next time. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.